Hello everyone, it's Livia here, aka Story Minded, and I've just finished The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time. I really enjoyed this little novel. I really enjoyed sort of the style, because you really gain the sense that Christopher, who's the narrator, you can really appreciate his Asperger syndrome and the way he sees the world, and like I admire his mathematical abilities. Yeah, anyone who can do maths I'm just like in awe of, because I don't understand numbers. I loved the relationship in this book he has with his dad, and I thought it was actually, I don't want to obviously spoil the book, but yeah, I won't actually say sort of what happens in case anyone wants to read it who hasn't, but I think the ending is actually, it's very bittersweet, and a lot sort of happens in a short space of time, and it's very bittersweet, and sort of a character he meets later on, I really don't like that character. I don't think their relationship was going to work out really, but I thought it was a really interesting story. It was really creative, and I know it's been out there for quite a long time now, and they've actually done a play of The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time, but for a contemporary fiction novel, quite a short novel, I really enjoyed it. Like, I flew through it. The chapters were fairly short, some were longer than others, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to read something different, and from a psychology point of view, if you enjoy reading about characters that have different sort of medical conditions, definitely Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time. Anyway, I just wanted to do like a really little quick video to sort of share my thoughts, and I really liked the I must admit, like, all the different drawings and graphics that you have within the book, because it really adds to his character. You really gain an understanding of what Christopher's all about. So yeah, the next book I'm going to read, I think, because I've obviously finished Cloud Atlas recently. That's been 2 fiction books, so I'm going to go on to my non-fiction one, and I'm really excited about reading this. It's one I got recently called A Life Discarded, and it's all to do with like this thing called the Diary Project that's going on, but the author back in 2000 something, like early 2000s, found these diaries, all of these diaries that were going to be thrown away in a skip, and he rescued them, and it's sort of the journey he goes on, I think, to find like the owner of those diaries, but the diaries are from someone who's died all these years ago, so it's like, I think he finds a relative or something, but it sounded amazing. Like, I heard it on the news, I was like, I need to buy this book, so I think that's the next one I'm going to read. Anyway, I hope all of you out there are having success with your writing projects or reading projects, if you enjoy reading. So this is just another lovely little book that I recommend. Bye.